Mia Local Poultry Farm as usual. Now, welcome to another exciting episode of the farm with us, where we get to answer all your questions right here at our farm, Mia Local Poultry Farm. To remind you, is located along Fort Potro Road, Chenjojo District, River Trading Center. That's where you're going to find Mia Local Poultry Farm on 0705 958 172. Don't forget to call us if you need 1 day old chicks, 1 month old chicks, those hens or cocks to serve your hens so that you can get fertilized eggs. So just call us. Anything you need to do with local poultry, we are there to serve you. Now, today it's going to be a very small video. We want to answer our sister. Okay, we have our sister Rebecca. Rebecca, you are in Nairobi and you wanted to know why your local chickens are not laying every day. Okay, now Rebecca wants to know why her chickens are not laying every day, even if she's feeding them well. Okay, now this is going to be very short video, like I have told you. Now let's start with the basics. You wake up in the morning, you feed your birds, and they give you eggs. Okay, but then they are not laying constantly, or they are not laying on a daily basis. They will lay today and tomorrow, then the other day they will they will skip 1 day and then maybe lay again, and so on and so on. Now let's understand the system of a local chicken, or let's understand the system of any chicken, how it works. Okay, now let's start with that. Now, when you wake up in the morning and you give your chickens feeds, please, it's very important to make sure that you give them water. And in most cases, I always tell you, when you give them water, make sure it doubles the amount of feeds you are giving your birds. What do I mean by this? When in your chicken house, if assuming in 1 day, if you put there 10 kilograms of feed, make sure you double that by 2 and you put there 20 liters of water. It can go beyond 20, but make sure your birds consume more than 20 liters of water if you are giving your chickens 10 kilograms of feed. I think now I'm very clear on that. That means if you have, let's say, if you have 1,000 birds and you're giving them 1,000 birds, the mature ones, they will consume 120 kilograms of feed. Now, make sure that inside that chicken house, in your chicken house, make sure those chickens can consume more than 240 liters. Okay, the ratio is 1 to 2. But if they can consume more than that, it is much better. So let's assume if you are giving them 100 kilograms of feed, make sure they are consuming 200 liters of water. But if they can go ahead and consume 250 liters of water, it's even much better. But make sure you don't go below 200 liters of water. Okay, now let's apply it. Let's make it more clear for Rebecca. Okay, our sister Rebecca in Nairobi, to understand it clearly. Now, you could be feeding your birds, you could be giving your birds the best feeds, but don't forget that an egg consists more than 90% of water. Okay, I hope I'm making myself clear. In an egg, if you break an egg, 90% of that egg is just water, and then the yolk will take the other about 7%, and then inside the yolk also there is water, something like that. Okay, now that means if your chickens are not drinking enough water, if your chickens are not being given enough water, then we are going to have a problem. What do I mean by this? If your chickens are not consuming enough water for whatever reason, whether they are sick, whether you are the ones who is not giving them water, whether you're giving them literal water and you think that water is enough, then they are going to be having problems formulating these eggs. Why? Because they don't have enough water. Okay, now that is the first reason. If you don't give your chickens enough water, they'll not give you eggs. Okay? These chickens, if they don't have enough water, today they will lay, then we'll spend another so many hours trying to collect the water and the feeds to formulate. I'm trying to break it down now for the layman. Now, the other thing is what? The other thing is your chicken, for that egg to formulate, it needs more than 26 hours. At least it needs 26 hours for that chicken to formulate. Now, if it needs 26 hours to form that egg, how many hours are in one day? Very simple, 24 hours. Now, if there are 24 hours in one day, and I'm telling you that your egg needs 26 hours to form, now where are the 2 hours going to come from? Now, the 2 hours are going to be borrowed from the following day. Okay? Now, if it needs 24 hours to formulate this egg so that it can come out, 26 hours, that means it's going to have the 24 hours of today and another 2 hours borrowed from the second day. Now, that means those 2 hours that are being borrowed, at one time, they are going to become a day. That's why your chick will lay today in the morning, let's say at 8, and then tomorrow, it's impossible for it to lay again at 8. It will lay, let's say, maybe at 11 or at 10, and then the other day, it will go on like that, like that, like that. But don't forget that in most cases, we need to feed these birds as early as possible. What do I mean by this? Wake up in the morning, give your chicken feeds. Now, when you give them feeds early, then you are giving them time to settle down and drink a lot of water. Don't forget, if these chickens are not fed well, then they will not drink enough water. Just like you, when you eat your food, then you can drink water. But it's not going to be good, it's not going to be practical for you to drink a lot of water on empty stomach. Okay? Because we need this water to digest the food, to do so many things inside the body. Now, back to the chicken. When you give them feeds late, let's assume you wake up in the morning, you're not feeding, maybe you feed your chicks at around, you give them the first phase of food, maybe at around 10 a.m. Then they're going to eat 10 a.m., 11 a.m., maybe 12. Then they will drink some small water, then give them another. Then they're not going to drink enough water. But if you wake up in the morning, let's say at 6 a.m., very early in the morning, give them feeds. By 8 a.m., the feeds are done. Now, these remaining hours, they are going to be consuming water, taking water. And they will take enough water before you give them the second phase of the feeds. Don't forget that we feed our birds twice a day. Don't bring all the feeds for that same day and pour it into the chicken house. No. You get that feed that you're going to feed that same day. Let's assume if you're going to feed your birds 100 kilograms, get at least 60%, give it to the chickens in the morning, and then the other 40%, you can give it to them in the afternoon. Let's say about 2 p.m., 1 p.m., so that they can eat it. After consuming it, then they will have enough time the whole of the evening to consume more water. Now, when they consume a lot of water, then they will rest, and then the eggs will be forming themselves. So, guys, don't think that by giving your chicken feeds is enough for them to form eggs. Okay? You need to give them good feeds. That one, there is no question about that. But then, apart from giving them the good feeds that you are feeding your birds, you need to give them enough water. Like we have said, the ratio is 1 to 2. If you are giving them 10 kilograms of feed, multiply by 2, give them 20 liters of water and above. Okay? So, the ratio of 1 to 2 is not a must, but make sure that water consumed is more than twice the kilograms of feed that you are giving your birds. So, my sister Rebecca, I hope I have answered you very well. Now, those 2 hours that are being borrowed, assuming you are feeding your birds very well, you are giving them water in time, you are giving them enough water. Now, still they will not lay every day. That's why a chick, even if it's a layer, it's not going to give you 7 eggs in a week. No, it will give you about 5 or at most 6. That is if you are feeding it very well and you are giving it enough water. Okay, now that is what the chickens do while formulating eggs. Now, if you compromise the two, if you compromise giving them water or quality water or enough water, and still you compromise giving them enough feeds, now these are the birds you're going to find they lay today, they will not lay for the next 2 or 3 days, then give you maybe an egg, and then wait for another 2 or 3 days. Some may even spend a week without laying because they're not getting enough nutrients to form this egg. They are not getting enough water to form this egg, and it's going to be a total mess. Okay, don't forget that for these birds to give you fertilized eggs, you need to put in cocks. What do the cocks do? They serve your birds. Okay, when they mount these birds, they will give them the sperms that they need. Some of the chicken, I think most of the chicken have a capacity of saving some of those sperms inside their body. So your cock may not need to mount these birds each and every day, because these chicken have a capability of saving some of the sperms which they can use on the following egg. So make sure your cocks are inside the chicken house all the time. Why? To prevent you from getting clear eggs when you take them for hatchery. Now, I told you I don't want this video to be too long. Rebecca, I hope I have answered you. Please, the returning subscribers, please, we love you so much. Keep subscribing at me, a Local Poultry Farm. Keep giving us those likes, okay? Whenever you give us the likes, whenever you give us the shares, our video reaches far. Many of the people tend to learn more so that we all achieve at once. Please don't be mean. Share this video, like this video, subscribe for more, leave the comment in the comment section and tell us what you want us to talk about in the next episode. But for now, don't forget we are on 0705 958 172. Me, a Local Poultry Farm, for 1 day old chicks, 1 month old chicks, fertilized eggs, farm training. Please, I always come here to remind you that don't start up any business, don't start up any farm without getting farm training. Even if you don't do farm training from our premises, please go anywhere you can get farm training and get those trainings so that you can know what you're entering into, so that you can know how much you're going to splash. Don't just get money because you have money and splash it into chicken business, because you see Mia does that, you see other people doing that and they are getting money. First, get to know what you want to do, calculate how much you need to put in, get the workers, for us we call them managers, bring them for us or take them anywhere where they can get farm training so that they know what they are going to do. Okay, don't just get people from the village, from anywhere, pay them money and then put them on your chicken farm. They are going to make you hate farming for the rest of your life. So I beg to stop here for today. Let's catch in tomorrow's episode. Me, a Local Poultry Farm, Chenjojo District, River Trading Center, 0705 958 172. Keep it locked. Bye-bye.